If you are skiing over 50, you already know the hardest part of the mountain isn't the snow. It's the 6 inches between your ears. You stand at the top of a steep, and those mental gremlins start whispering. Fear of injury, fear of losing control, that feeling that maybe you don't belong on challenging terrain anymore. I talk a lot about trying to improve skills on this channel, but lately, the real masterclass has been happening down in the comments section. You guys, the comeback crew, are writing the manual on what it really takes to ski stronger and safer as we age. Today, I'm sharing 7 insightful and useful comments. We're tackling those mental gremlins, tips from fellow skiers like you, and the drills you need to level up with inspiration from Deb Armstrong. Let's get into it. Rashi Kantz left this comment on my recent Skiing Steeps Over 50 video and sums up our skiing experience in one sentence. He shares, "So many things I know in my head, but I often just cannot get that into what my body is doing." Sometimes our brain has the manual, but your body refuses to read it. And not only is it like trying to pat your head and rub your belly at the same time and scanning everything like that song Head, Shoulders, Knees, and Toes, but then the fear gremlin spikes. Your survival brain takes over. It tells you to lean back and stiffen your legs, exactly what you shouldn't do. You can't outthink this on a steep slope. You have to train it on the greens and the blues.
We're not going to go up into the steeps to learn how to ski steeps. We need to cultivate our skills first before getting into the steeps so that we can be successful when we get there. We're going to...
This is one of the many reasons why I love Deb Armstrong. She stresses that you're going to want to take it to easy terrain before you even think about heading up into the steeps. I have spent a lot of time on easier terrain this season, and it has really changed my skiing, but stay tuned. We're going to talk more about it.
Next, we have Howard, who dropped this absolute truth bomb when he said, "The hardest thing to do when you are frightened is to lean forward." This is where peer coaching in the community is gold. Fear says, sit back. And good skiing after 50 says, move your mass over your boots. Deb Armstrong explains this perfectly. It starts with the ankles.
Ankle flexion. What about ankle flexion?
Ankle flexion makes me think of like activity, movement, because it's the opposite of being stagnant. When you're stagnant, you have no ankle flexion, then that's when you get in the back seat, that's when you get thrown. When you have ankle flexion, you're moving, that's when you can be active and you can adjust with terrain and anything. And so ankle flexion is huge. It's all about
Ankle flexion. I think the one thing about coming back to skiing after decades away and really determined to get better was that I needed to learn a whole new set of terminology and this whole ankle flexion. And like you, because obviously you found me, you are watching all the YouTubes. And the first season when I started watching, I was really overwhelmed by the amount of things that I had to keep track of and learn. And the thought of having to flex my ankle in this plastic thing, like what is that gonna do? But I gotta tell you, this season, and really it just goes with trial and error, I think, for me, and getting out there and doing the work, is that something finally clicked. Getting in a more athletic stance and not being stagnant or static, as he describes. There's so much to learn and so much to try. Definitely can say that putting the power, I like to use power instead of pressure, in the front of my boot. Here I go, I got that power. I'm flexing my ankle. I am getting my center of mass down the hill, has made a big difference for me. So, all right, let's go on to the next one. Since Kayak Utah, who practically wrote a dissertation on finishing turns, this right here is why I love this demographic. We don't just want to survive on the hill, we want technical efficiency. He shares, continuously load up that inside edge, and people get scared and face up the hill. He's talking about the biggest mistake we make: rushing the turn and facing uphill out of fear. Let me translate his comment into a simple 3-step system you can use right now. 1, shoulders face down the hill, always. 2, Finish the turn completely until your skis point across the fall line to dump speed. 3, plant that pole out and down the hill, not beside your boot.
If you are hungry to watch Old Dog and learn new tricks, check out my Drill Down to Level Up series, where I did practice a lot of the Deb Armstrong drills this past season. And again, I am not going to be a falling leaf champion, but it has definitely helped me have more finesse. So make sure you check those out.
Thomas is a 63-year-old and says he's doing the best skiing of his life based on 4 pillars: equipment, technique, strength, and now he wants to include instruction. This is the blueprint. At 20, you could ski in wet jeans, you know who you are, and packed out boots. At 50, fighting your gear is how you blow out an ACL. If your boots are causing pain, go and visit a professional boot fitter. I did this past season, and I am shocked how much it helped me. Spend 10 minutes a day on balance and keep active year-round. Some of the friskiest skiers I know that are 70 plus, their secret sauce is year-round activity. And get feedback, whether it's a clinic, a coach or instructor, or just having a buddy film you, which is an eye-opener for sure.
So, which of these 4 pillars is your weakest link right now? 1, 2, 3, or 4? Leave them in the comments. I want to know.
Steve, this comment got many likes because a lot of us in the comeback crew feel this way, but don't always say it out loud. He said, I'm perfectly happy cruising intermediate runs. It's about having fun, not competing. We're not chasing bragging rights anymore. We're chasing fun. And we're trying not to blow up our knees, proving we can ski black diamonds all day long. This is where Deb Armstrong's drills really shine. Take those railroad track turns and garlands to your favorite blue run. See how clean you can make those arcs at a comfortable speed. The win after 50 isn't survived another chute. The win is I'm skiing better every season and I'm still out there.
Garland is rolling and letting go. Rolling the ski on edge, making the ski flat.
I was a little bit obsessive this year on any flat terrain and working on my railroad tracks because I really wanted to get edge similarity. And when it finally clicked, it was like, oh, the heavens opened up. So my advice to you, and you see people on flat terrain, going from the lift to the top of the trail, or when you have to do a catwalk and they're just there with their monkey arms dragging and just straight legged. No, you are going to be moving. You are going to be going edge to edge. I promise you, it is going to pay off.
If you're in Steve's camp, drop fun over ego in the comments so the rest of the comeback crew knows they're not alone. All right, let's move on to the next one. First, I have to say I love the profile name and the picture, especially for us Gen Xers, kudos. But Miranda Jackson brings up the quietest mental gremlin of all. He sticks to the blues and greens when he's tired because the chance of injury is higher. Let me be clear, this is incredibly smart skiing. At 50, no injury is a performance metric. But there is a trap here. If you only ever cruise, you will plateau, and your technique will actually degrade over time. I do love a good cruise day where you just enjoy the mountain and groove your technique, but you also need focused time for improvement. I talked about side quests in one of my Drill Down to Level Up series and how you can sneak in some drills without taking away from your fun.
Okay, I will admit that there are days that even the thought of doing one whirly bird makes me groan. Basically because I don't want to look like a spaz and I don't want to fall, but once I break the seal and I do one, then I can do another one and do another one and then do another one. So just do it.
I'm ending with this from TriDoc. He shares, I'm 53, I joined Ski Patrol 5 years ago, skiing better than I ever have. If you ever need proof that you're nowhere near your expiration date on the mountain, this is definitely one of them. Ski Patrol didn't give him younger knees, it gave him reps, structure, and accountability. We are not done yet. And if you have a late bloomer win, if you are carving better at 55 than you did at 25, I want to hear your story in the comments right now. We are all learning and encouraging each other, so name your gremlins, do the drills, and I'll see you on the slopes.